All right, I think this should work. I'm going to make the moves for the 5th, the 9th, and the 4th armies, and I'm pretty sure I can get it all in one shot, in one video, especially if I use the zoom thing. And I think I popped it in the right spot. Anyways, we'll see. I'll just quickly go over, I guess, the ideas. Yeah, it's amazing, of course, with the double move. It's for these guys, anyways. For the 4th Army, it's just going to be, doing exactly what I wanted to do, which was form up a nice line behind the Nita River here. However, because of the Germans threatening Łódź and the 10th Army starting to, well, you're going to see later when I start doing it, the 10th Army is going to start sending troops into Łódź. I want to anticipate getting some army headquarters there, so I do know that the 4th Army HQ has 6 supply points. I'm going to send over 2, I think, yeah, 2 supply points via a supply point marker, leave it there, which I'm allowed to do, and then they'll meet up with the Army HQ, but they can't be transferred until the following turn, but they can be used that following turn, which is kind of sweet, I think. Yep, because combat comes after movement, so that'll be nice. Yeah, so that's the main thing. I'm going to be doing that. And this is the whole beautiful thing, is because they still have this tenuous little rail line here to go. So I'm like, okay, there you go. Yeah, it's just the way it worked out with what the Germans did with their cavalry. And I'm also trying to figure out yet again where I can start positioning troops to surround especially the German cavalry, and then hopefully eliminate them. There was the other thing. I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the previous video, in the last video, but maybe it's like a consolation prize in that the Russians aren't able to do what the British and the Germans are able to do, which is rail and then get right into an enemy zone of control. However, they still can position themselves so that way, if the German troops or Austrian troops have to retreat, they'll be into that person's, the one they railed, and detrains enemy zone of control, if you know what I mean. Anyways, that's the way I'm starting to try to look at that stuff. Oh, hold on, I gotta grab my tea. Alright, so yeah, I'll start yet again, I guess backwards, just the way, we'll just keep going that way. And with the, yeah, okay, so now I'll start zooming in a little. I think that's the way to do it. Oh, and I will say in a side note before I do, here's the combat. If you can see here, I've actually that's the, what is it? Well, I was thinking about it last night, and I went, you know what? This is the way I think Brusilov would do it anyways. He's really just doesn't want to... yeah, so I'm going to sacrifice the cavalry, or Brusilov's going to sacrifice the 10th Cavalry Division here, and just increase the odds just a little bit on that combat, of that, the second kick in the can combat. I was just like, you know what? Yeah, let's just tip it just a little bit over on the scales. And I went, wow, you're sacrificing cavalry after all this talk. However, I wouldn't have done it if, this is for sure, I would certainly keep my cavalry. I certainly would keep the cavalry. However, there is the Kubistan Cossacks right here. So I'm like, okay, you've still got a cavalry division left. Yep, and that's what, well, but that's not, I still have to do these movements and whatnot, but yeah, I was kind of happy about that. All right, let's see if I can zoom in a little bit here. So we'll do the 5th Army first. And what I'm just basically doing is, yeah, I've realized, okay, the gig is up. This is over. I can't do any combats there anymore. Hopefully that's enough. Hopefully it's not too. I'm gonna maybe dim the light just a little and see if get rid of any little glare. A little bit more, or a little less glare, I hope. Let's see. Yeah, this one's still a bit, that half strength one. Hold on. See if I can do something. Alter the. Maybe that'll help. Nah, doesn't seem to really do a heck of a lot. But anyways, that's just a half. But it looks like most of the other stuff, it's actually just my cubes, I think. All right, let me grab my play-by-play there and see if my tea has cooled down enough. I don't think so. Well, I think that's an indication of that it's getting cooler outside, and I'm one of these people, like one of the last things I want to do is turn my furnace on. All right, where are we here? The 5th Army. So I'm going to move the 3rd Guards out of Battle Group 8. These guys here. Oops. And that's at 2806, and they're going to go to 2906. So they're going to join the 76th Reserves. So I'm assuming they're going to be shifted over, or maybe these guys. We'll find out in a minute. I'll just wait. So who was that? That was the 3rd Guards. In number 8. Where are you? Okay. So you're 2 strength point. Yeah, for sure there's something going to happen there. I'm going to have to be making a... Oops. I'm going to have to be making a battle group or something, because that's going to... There's no way I'm having -1/2 things all over the place in the stack. So I'll put these guys off to the side. Excuse me. All right. So that's that one. Then I'm going to move the 10th at 2906, which is one of these guys. So obviously not him. All right. So now I can put these guys down here. Oops. Right, and are you underneath? I just got to make sure. Yep, there you are. So you're going to go here. And you're going to join Battle Group 6 at 3006. Okay. So who did I get rid of? I'm going to have to put some strength point less there. That was 2 points. Okay, so you're going to be down to 4. I'll do that first. Yeah, yet again, like I said, it seems like a bit gamey, but in other ways I'm like, no, not really, because I said there's people who would figure out, okay, this is we've got to shift troops this way and that way to, you know. But actually I was just watching a video on the Gorlichi Tarnov breakthrough, and they were saying that how the Germans or specifically Mackensen realized how to concentrate artillery in one place, and so on and so forth. So it's, you know, there you go. Where he realized, okay, the only way to make a breakthrough here was to, you know, it was, I guess, kind of disgusting to say, but I mean, you know, it was like, okay, we need to obliterate, you know, an entire trench works or whatever with artillery, then we move in. I don't know, it was efficient, obviously. Yeah, I mean, I just keep reading up or watching stuff about Mackensen, and it's like, my gosh, that guy was like, just success. It was just like, cha-ching, the one after the other, you know. It's like, well, no wonder if they wanted him down there. I don't know if he was leading the whole 11th Army or what, or just a big chunk of it or what, but certainly seems like he was given free rein a little bit. Anyways, oh, and it also, I saw a little bit of, I guess they were mentioning that he was the only officer at Hindenburg's funeral. Maybe not him, no, Kaiser Wilhelm's funeral, maybe. And I think he was the only one that was not wearing, the Nazi thingamajiggamabobs, their uniforms. Like he was still wearing the old Imperial one. I guess that must have pissed some people off. Awesome. But anyways. Oh, I should always post a picture. That's one thing I'm actually kind of proud of. I have a picture of me giving you-know-who the finger at Madame Tussauds Waxworks. He was standing there, but it's the one there in Baker Street in London, and I was like, I gotta do this, man. Like, how many times are we going to be allowed to give that asshole the finger? It was fun. And I had Churchill looking on, well, the wax version of him, if you know what I mean. That was kind of neat. Okay, so shush. So I put that there, and then move the 3rd out of battle group 6. Oh shoot, sorry, I've got to put him in there. So that would be 5. All right. Oh, actually, I'll just make him disappear onto battle group 6. Battle group 6 at 3006 to... Okay, so who am I doing it? So that's the 3rd. All right, so this should be technically a 5 right now, I guess. Maybe I should just be, yeah, let's be whatever about it so I don't screw up. So it should be a 5 because temporarily I just popped in 2 extra strength points. Okay. And then the 3rd's going to go out of battle group 6 at 3006 to 3107. All right. That's the 3rd, and the 3rd is 2 points, so it's 2 for 2. And we'll go back to, what was it? Obviously it would be 3. If I Alright, come on now. Anyways, I'll calculate or take a look later. And these guys are going to be turned into battle group 10. And it's only 2 people yet again, but it's, like I said, it drives me up the tree to have like a minus half, just whatever. So I'll put the little 5 dude here for now. It's not going to be him, but... That's 1, 2... 4 points. Hey, that's not bad. Oh my gosh. I'm never going to have an eye-opener when I start playing the other game. I'll be like, what? 4 points is chicken feed. Alright. Yeah, it's going to be a whole other, I guess another level of, or another, yeah, another order of magnitude. And all the trenches and all these things I don't understand. And I think there's gas warfare and oh my gosh. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of things to, as well as just the complete unpredictability of another person. And of course that person's going to be playing mind games, and I'll be playing my own mind games on myself because you start doubting yourself and so on and so forth. And oh my gosh, it's going to be great. Alright, so there we go. So that's the end of the 5th Army. So it was just, like I said, just to shift again, try to consolidate the line a little bit, and also cluing in that it's over. This is, this bit's over here. Alright, so let's go on to the 9th. Hold on, I'll take another sip of tea. Excuse me. Where are you, 9th Army? Didn't I do anything with you, 9th Army? Yes. Not very much, though. So I moved the 1st Guards out of Battle Group 5. Yeah, I don't think I moved anybody out of here. I wonder why. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll think about it later. I think it was just because I don't. I think maybe they're spent. Well, it's only 6 points. Oh, that's right. And one of them's the full strength division. Or wouldn't I have moved him over, you silly bugger? Wouldn't that make more sense to, unless I had no, I thought I had the 4 strength over there. At Battle Group 7. Yeah, nope. I don't. Alright, okay, shush. Move the first guards out of Battle Group 5 at 2706. Okay, so what are you looking, what do you look like? First guards. Just a 2 strength point, but used to be a 5, and it's now down to a 2. So, and that was 5, so you'll have to be a 7 now. Gosh, this is coming from a crazy angle I'm grabbing it from. It's like, oh my god, I feel like a remote thing. Alright, a bit closer to the table this time. I feel like there was like a time delay, for God's sakes. There we go. And that's going to join the 9th Army HQ in London 2803. I think, yeah, it's because I already have some replacement points popping up here. And I think I'm allowed, they don't have it listed as a 1 strength point replacement unit, or maybe they do, I'll have to take a look. But as far as I know, you know, conservation of energy and all that, so tough. It's happening. So there you go. Boink. So I lost some points, but I think that was because I realized it's not the end of the world. All right, and so here we go with the, so obviously the HQ are not going to be able to, the 4th Army HQ is not going to be able to move. Maybe I'll move the camera angle, or maybe I'll move it a little bit, and then pan out a little bit as well, so that way we get a bit more context with the German troops that are over there, I think. Maybe that's a bit, and yeah, I'll try to do halvesies in the sense that move the camera a little bit, and then, come on. I think that's good. Yeah. Hopefully that's... Yeah, I've got to remember, it's a lot closer than it appears. Excuse me. Alright, so here we go. We're going to make that 2-point supply... 2 supply point marker. And that's going to get railed to the spot where I haven't done it yet, but it's going to happen. Like I said, as far as I know, they're allowed to remain in train, or like stay on a rail. They're just not allowed to end their turn not on a rail and not on a headquarters, I think. Pretty darn sure that's what it said. So that's going to be 2 points, and then they're going to get railed to 1602 going through, oh shoot, I was pronouncing it earlier this morning, Kielce, something like that. So yeah, okay, so that's 1 point to, no, because they're automatically trained, you silly bugger. Yeah, that's right. So that would be, but they're the one, no, they move like an infantry division, I think. Or maybe I better check that. Yeah, there's certain rules, I just, sometimes it's, I'm thinking, oh, you know, yeah, you've kind of got it, or whatever, and, or they don't come up, you know, every turn, and it's, yep, they are treated as an infantry division. Awesome. But, well, kind of awesome. Well, because, you know, the single trap, well, I don't think I would really matter. But anyways, I'm happy to have it. That's for darn sure. So I'm not even going to calculate. That's ridiculous. So they're going to go to here. That's all I want them to do. And they'll stay there. And I'll just pop the train just on for fun. There we go. All right. And that's just like I said, they're ready to, and because I'm doing it backwards, like I normally wouldn't leave a supply point marker by itself here. However, it's because we're doing the moves backwards. Like I would have already had somebody here if, hold on, even though I'm not going to do that turn, if you see what I mean. So, well, hold on, I'll just bring it up a bit. Too much. Or zoom out a bit more even. There we go. All right. Yeah, I think that's still good. And we can still kind of get a bit of, yep, because, yeah, that's the bottom of Warsaw there. Yeah, and now it's just going to be, and it's kind of neat. I keep thinking this poor guy Van's Salsa there. Boy, I'll tell you, he went in with a lot of supply points down here, and the rest of the army just keeps taking his supply points away. But it's like, oh well. And then I guess in a weirdo way, it's kind of like in a small way of, you know, we gave you the supply points or whatever, and we expect you to use them, and he didn't. He took for freaking ever to get down there. So, and while it was happening, they were like, well, you stopped, and boink, he had to grab, you know, like send 10 away and 5 that turn, and so on and so forth. So, kind of like, well, like I said, in a weird little mini way, it's like that. All right, so move the 47th from 2208. Right. Yeah, this felt kind of weird, but I'm like, well, no, we're going to start making that little front, and we're just going to stay here and hope that we can get rid of the cavalry, and then this will be that kind of thing. 22309. So there we go. Broken terrain, river. We'll see what happens. Then I'm going to move the 70th Reserve from 2008. And they're going to cross the Nita to 2007. I don't know. Oh, that makes sense. I've got the woods. I'm behind a river, and I'm really close to my headquarters, if need be. I was thinking actually of sending, I think, one of the troops. Could I have gotten somebody there? Maybe. One. So 1, 2. No. No, I wouldn't. Even if I railed and no, because you're not allowed to do that as a Russian. God darn it. No, I was trying to figure out some way, like already, of initiating, but no, we'll try that with the cavalry in a minute. Okay, crossing the Nita to. Make sure I got this right. 2208. Sorry, that's what I thought. I got it wrong here, so it's 2208. It's the 70th Reserves. Yeah, that made sense. Way more sense. I want the. Yeah, I think I want to put the stronger guys closer to the Germans. Remember, I don't know what they're up to. Move the 18th from 1908, crossing the Nita to 2007. Yeah, okay. Still, like I said, they're very far away, and I don't know. It just makes more sense to put the weaker people further away from the stronger guys, even though, like I said, that's a nice defensible spot. I still kind of like that. And then move the 14th Cavalry Division from 2105 to 2104. I think that's a good idea. And I'm not sure. I'm starting to like. I was really starting to look. I think they're still okay finding a line of communication, and well, it doesn't matter. They're always in supply. So what would that mean for cavalry? Always in supply and surround. I'll have to look that up again. Like way up there when I'm trying to nail those little bastards up there. Oh, you. If this doesn't. Oh, don't even get me started. Ooh, that would be. Oh man, no. we're not going there. Okay, so that's it, I think. I'll zoom out again, but I think I've got everything. And I don't know if, I was trying to figure out if, like, is there a possibility when, well, they're not there yet, but is there a time when you can actually attack, a 2 strength point, like when it would be, like, for me, attacking wise, as a 1 strength point cavalry division going up a 2 strength point cavalry division, when would it make sense? When, it would obviously make sense when they start becoming surrounded or whatever, or get into some weirdo situations. I don't know, it's not there yet, but long time, like, but I'm just trying to, I'm just really happy about this, obviously. So well, I don't need to zoom out anymore. I think that's about it, really. So that's pretty good. Yeah, so little line here. And then, yeah, I'll do the Warsaw bit up there. I'll film that, and then it'll just be the First Army way up, and then how many combats? 2. All right. Or no, like I said, I don't think I'm allowed to. Well, allowed. I could if I wanted to, but it may be really stupid.